Drama abound in the TKM Extreme. That's Matt England trying to take his position on the starting grid after his kart wouldn't get going. He's on the front row of the grid alongside Harry Moore, with Verco, Rosser, Edwards, Smith, Ogden, Hogan, Hutchin and Bevan on the top 10 of the grid. Now watch, just in the background, you should just see, there he is, getting himself back into position, Matt England. He uses the cut through, that's fine, but here's where the drama occurs on the rolling lap. He comes to the chicane, bang, pirouettes around. Matt England, the championship leader, is out. Alan, has he hit the panic button here?
Well, he did the right thing in going through the cut through, but let's look at the replay, and this is pretty clear to me. Matt, after the race, was absolutely fuming, but look what he does. He's got two wheels on the grass at this point, coming into the dell. Why are you making that move there, Matt? You've got 140 metres straight to get through. He's remonstrating with the driver. He thinks it's his fault, and I'm sorry, Matt, I'm a big fan of Matt England, as everybody knows, but Matt, you just made a huge mistake, my friend.
Incredible, and there's jostling for positions as they come down to the first corner. We're on board with Carl Sproat. Oh, this cuts off to the left. Zach Jones, Kai Springfield and Sam Taylor in the wall. Big pile up there at turn one, and we're on board with the championship leader, Alan, who started P31. How big a mistake has Matt England just made in the championship fight?
Yeah, exactly. He's down in on P31. He never even made the grid graphic. We only show the top 30. Carl Sproat started P31, and as you say, Jake, with Matt England starting on the front row, what a fantastic opportunity for Matt to extend his championship lead after the great weekend he's had and the poor weekend the championship leaders had. The three car there, James Ogden having a better weekend this weekend than we've seen during the season so far.
Well, there's Phil Smith making the move on the O-plate, Matt Allnut, who we're riding on board with. Now, Phil Smith, of course, he won both heats and finals 1 and 2 at GYG. He got excluded, unfortunately, for being underweight, so he should have had that extra Cornish pasty before he got in the kart, and that would have been fine. But, yeah, this is a big moment in the championship for Matt England, because I can't really apportion any logic to why he didn't just wait for that 140 metres straight. Surely when the championship fight is that close and you've got somebody like Carl Sproat down in P31, you stay safe, you don't go for the maximum. You can see his kart parked up there right at the side of the road through the dell. We're on board with Carl Sproat. There he goes, he passes his championship rival.
Now the interesting thing about that, Jake, if that's me, if I'd have been Matt England, I would have pulled my kart out the way, because I don't want Carl Sproat, the championship leader, to see my kart sitting there, because he's going to be thinking automatically, wow, I just dodged a bullet there, because he was starting on the front row. He's now not scoring many points, if any. He'll be investigated after the race, I'm sure, for that, but even if he scores last place points, he's not going to score that many points in this one, and that's going to give Carl Sproat an advantage in he's getting back into the championship contention.
Well, here is Carl Sproat chasing down the 24 up the inside of Matthew Horton and straight through. Matthew Ayres is the next target, then it'll be the 32 of Alex Tyler. But through all of this, we haven't even mentioned the fact that the man out in front is Simon Verco, battling out with the rookie Harry Moore, who's now back to the inside of Raymond's. He gets the lead back again, and they're being chased down by Owain Rosser. Once again, this is, the barn doors have opened. Anybody can win now. It's open house, and Carl Sproat is gunning through the field like Jiminy.
Yeah, Carl's just trying to make up as many places and points as he can, because like I say before, he's seen Matt England's kart sitting there on the edge of the track. That is a great move by James Ogden through the right-handers at McGuirters, gets that job done. That's Al Patterson on the two karts. We're on board here with Carl Sproat once more. Sproat fourth in the championship last year, goes up in the inside of the man second in the championship last year through the right-hander at Chandler's, and Carl Sproat makes up another place and another point.
Beautifully done. Next up for him will be Steve Chisholm, the rookie, but it's still your man Harry Moore who leads the way here in kart 25. Up the inside into Raymond's. Who's this going to be? Oh, it's a bit of a jostle as 27 and 56. That is Sam Fowler and Jake Campbell-Mills go to battle with your man 37, Steve Chisholm, trying to get through, and Carl Sproat is on the tail of all three of these boys. An absolutely fantastic ding-dong going on there. And there's your leader, the Jade Karts machine, Harry Moore.
How many times have we talked about great rookies in this championship already in this programme?
Well,
here's another one, and he's leading the race in the biggest field in the Super 1 Championship this year. I think there are 43 drivers in this class turned up this weekend. The top 34 are in this final. Harry Moore, a rookie, and he's out front and leading.
I'm starting to see TKM Extreme in the Super 1 Series paddock. It's a bit like a fine wine. Age and time keeps making it mature. It's such a better package. Every single weekend we come to a TKM Extreme meeting, the level just goes up again, and Moore is leading here with Verco in second. Rosser's dropping back a little bit, but he's got company of his own in fourth position. That is Sebastian Hutchinson, the leading rookie in this race. Fourth place, having a great battle as well. Brilliant performance, and it's the 93 on his tail, Phil Smith, and then the 98 leading the train behind, Lewis Wadley. We haven't really mentioned him in this race, but he's having a fantastic scrap at the moment with James Ogden right on his sixth. Look at this, absolutely cracking battle. The 39 is in there as well, Tom Owen. So a great trio having this little scrap for position. Down to Raymond's again.
Hutchinson not the leading rookie, Jake. That's Harry Moore, of course, out front. C-plate in the mix. Lewis Round won that championship here at Llandow. The Welsh Championships held here at Llandow every year, coming up in a couple of weeks.
That's Ryan Edwards up the inside of the 39, Tom Owen. That was a cheeky little move from the man who got hit by Matt England on the rolling lap. Mr. England may think differently, so I'm going to quickly throw in an allegedly, just in case it's disputed.
No, you're right. It was not allegedly. He got hit by Matt England. We've seen the slow motion. As much as I like Matt, everyone knows I do. As far as I'm concerned, Matt made a big mistake but anyway, we'll move on, and he's still got a chance, believe it or not. Look at the way the race has developed over the weekend. The racing has developed. Matt England, if he'd have been on the track, would definitely be going out of here with the championship lead, and may do that anyway. And Christopher Whitten on the 12 gets done down the inside by Kyle Sproat on the 4. There he is through the line. Lovely move by Kyle.
In fact, he didn't just pass Whitten, he passed somebody else as well. That was a twofer into the hairpin there at Raymond's. He got past 2 into 1, so he's made up 2 places in one fell swoop.
Yeah, I'd like to tell you who that was, but I can't see a number on the back of the cart. That's why I never mentioned it.
So through they come once again to the Dell. Cracking fight at the front, still Harry Moore and Simon Verco, virtually unnamed in the course of this race at the front, because they've just been quietly getting on with it at the front. All the action has been behind them. It's been an absolutely crazy race.
We get that much criticism for not following the carts in the midfield at the back of the field.
Barely
Today,
mentioned the leader.
It's the other way round, isn't it? We've hardly mentioned Harry Moore, and let's be honest, Harry Moore, amazing performance by a rookie in a massive field. You see Ogden going up to the inside at Surtees for a spot. That is Lewis Round, the C-plate, denotes him as the Welsh champion.
Yeah, we saw him a couple of shots ago, but look at Harry Moore leading this race comfortably from Verco, with Rosser not too far behind. And Harry Moore, again, is another sensational rookie in this Super 1 Series in 2016. He's been in a fantastic form here at Llandow. This is really his breakthrough meeting, isn't it? We could well see him as a superior challenger week in, week out from now on.
He could certainly, he could still win the championship. There's so many drivers in this championship. If the championship leaders keep trying to throw it away, you never know. We did make out, I'm not sure what's happened to John Hogan this weekend. He's been taken out twice. No fault of his own. And that's Matt Allnut off to the side there.
No.
On the onboard camera, Matt's pulled off. He's got a problem. I hear that's a throttle cable. That's what we're hearing.
Well, that's another big player in the championship, of course, Alan. That's another big name at the front of this field that has fallen. So, again, this is almost turning into the championship nobody wants to win, isn't it? Some of the big names have had some howlers of weekends in the early stages. I tell you, whoever wins this season in TKM Extreme is not only going to be one of the most skilled drivers in the country, they're also going to need to be one of the most consistent, because it is so close in TKM Extreme. As we go into the last lap, Harry Moore, fastest man on track, and look at the lead he's built up on Simon Verco. What a star.
Yeah, incredible. I did mention John Hogan before and said I'm not sure what's happening with John Hogan. He's been taken out, no fault of his own, last 2 races, but today he's still running. He hasn't been taken off. I did speak to him earlier on, said how things are going, and he said, well, just hoping to get through the race and finish this time.
What's that quote by Rudyard Kipling? If you can keep your head while all about you are losing theirs, you'll be a man, my son. Well, Harry, step up and take your applause. It's a fantastic victory for Harry Moore. What a superb display from Verco and Rosser, coming home in second and third. Once again, TKM Extreme delivers to the maximum. Fourth for Sebastian Hutchinson from Phil Smith and Lewis Wadley, with Ogden in 7th place, Owen, Edwards and Round in the top 10. beautiful from Moore.
What a fantastic drive. You managed to control it under a lot of pressure at one point, but then pulled away. Just tell us about your race.
Well, at the start it was pretty difficult. I had Simon on my back, so I just had to get past him again and break away, and then from there it was pretty, just do consistent laps, and then that was it really.
I mean, you were quick yesterday, but there was a couple of other guys that were quick around you. There was a bit of confusion at the start. How quick in the race did you know that you had Owen and Simon as your main rivals, and there was no Matt England anymore?
I didn't really know what was going on. I just focused on my race really. It doesn't matter who was around you, just got to focus on your own race. So I'd just like to say a big thank you to Jake Karts. It's been perfect all weekend really. I can't fault it. And a big thanks to my dad for giving me the money to do it.
Terrific performance by Harry Moore, but it is still Matt England, despite that off and not making the final, who has a championship lead, but is only 5 points from Carl Sproat. Carl will be happy about that. More through the third from Witten and Phil Smith in 5th place. The Bambino class was here this weekend. Just time to tell you that the top 3 in the A final look like this, with Damien Barris-Haggett the top point scorer on the day. Congratulations to him. Senior X30 coming up after the break. Don't go away.